Imagine this, waking up every morning in a cell smaller than your bathroom, a bed made of stone, a small barred window letting in a cold breath of light, and a future that seems already written. For 27 years, Nelson Mandela lived that reality. For 27 years, he was stripped of freedom, dignity, and hope. And yet, when the world saw him walk out of that cell, he smiled, not with hatred, but with forgiveness. Mandela wasn't born a hero. He was born in a small South African village under the shadow of injustice. As a young lawyer, he believed words could change the world, until words were no longer enough. When he spoke for equality, they called him dangerous. When he marched for peace, they called him a criminal, and when he demanded freedom, they locked him away. Every setback could have broken her spirit. Instead, Oprah transformed her pain into fuel. She turned rejection into resilience, silence into a powerful voice, and failure into the very foundation of her success. Somewhere between those gray walls, Mandela found true freedom, not outside, but within. He began to study, to teach other prisoners to listen and to forgive. He realized that the only power stronger than his enemies' weapons was his own mind. He once said, "I learned that courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it." So he prepared for the day he would walk free, not as a man full of anger, but as a man full of peace. On February 11th, 1990, the gates finally opened. The world watched. Millions cried. After 27 years of silence, Nelson Mandela stepped out, slowly, with dignity, into the sunlight of a new nation. No anger, no bitterness, just forgiveness. Reporters expected rage, but his first words were about unity, peace, and love. And in that moment, the man who had been a prisoner became something greater, a symbol of humanity itself. Mandela could have chosen vengeance. He could have let the anger consume him, and history would have understood. But instead, he chose forgiveness. And in doing so, he freed not only himself, but an entire nation. He taught the world that true strength isn't about domination, it's about compassion. That real freedom isn't the absence of chains, it's the power to forgive the ones who put them there. Maybe that's the lesson we all need today. We carry pain, betrayal, disappointment. But if a man who lost everything could still choose love, what excuse do we have? If Mandela could forgive his enemies, maybe we can forgive one person today. Because forgiveness doesn't make them right, it makes you free. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs it. Like this video, subscribe for more stories of strength. And remember, peace begins with you. Maybe that's the lesson we all need today. We carry pain, betrayal, disappointment. But if a man who lost everything could still choose love, what excuse do we have? Because forgiveness doesn't make them right, it makes you free. Morality. Life will test you. People will hurt you. The world will break you again and again. But the power to rise, to forgive, and to move forward, that's what makes you unstoppable. Don't let hate define your story. Let forgiveness write your victory.